Back with Bobby and JJ Radio, we have Mr. Adrian Martinez with 550 Marketing Management Group. I want to say thanks for hanging out with us today, brother.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
So Bobby's very inquisitive.
Good looking?
Oh, no, not at all. That would have been like the 40th thing I would have ever thought of.
Fill in the blank.
Yeah. So he wants to know what's up with 550. Why the 550?
550 is good question, but ultimately it's because that's my house growing up. It's my home address. So I took it back to what's the root of everything, and that was my home address.
That's
so
awesome.
I said 550. Let's keep that and let's move forward. So
that's cool.
I think at all times, no matter what, that will keep me grounded. So if it blows up. Hey, you know where the root is, 550.
I got it. Now we know. So you've been in this industry for almost 20 years, right? Mm-hmm. And I know you go all around the U.S. We're just talking about how you have some San Antonio love, which we appreciate. But talk about the Marketing Management Group and what you guys do.
Well, first of all, if you're not familiar with experiential marketing, I'll break that down to you.
Yeah, let's do that.
So experiential marketing is what my company is focused on, and basically the premier company out here that does this. So experiential is basically all the events that you see out in the field. It's about creating an experience for your consumers and letting those people understand that your brand is always about an experience.
Right.
So whenever they go, let's just say you do some H-E-B shopping and you get some samples, and it could very be a fun activity, or it could be just here, somebody's passing you something to try. So you try to grasp the experience of that. Talk to the people, figure out some feedback rather than just, oh, here you go, here you sample and try.
Sure.
So ultimately, experiential marketing, letting people enjoy an experience with your brand. Second thing is basically what 550 does is we are your solution to any problems that occur when you're trying to market your brand or your company. So we try to do is examine basically from top to bottom. We don't try to go into your sales, but marketing and sales often cross paths. So we'll try to analyze your sales and see if that directly is involved with how you're branding your product or your service. And then once we've analyzed the data, we'll come up with a great solution to go ahead and get your product or service out there.
Do you feel that's one thing that where a lot of people lack is the experimental marketing? Because I know, like a famous quote, I don't know who it was, maybe Franklin, but he said, if you tell me something, I'll forget, but if you involve me, then I'll remember, right?
Absolutely.
That was me.
Was that you?
You just quoted.
Yeah. So it was in Spanglish?
I think what happens is you gotta think that Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 800 companies and beyond, the brass that are making the decisions at the top are usually older individuals because they've managed to work their way to the top, and now they're at the top of the food chain. Well, what happens with that is, like, I think everybody, if you haven't seen a couple of months or a while back where Mark Zuckerberg was interacting with Congress, and you'll notice that all these people in Congress have no idea how even the internet works.
Yeah.
These are people that have been like sworn to protect us for all these things.
You should have seen the CEO of Google there.
Yeah.
So you're telling me if on my phone right now Google doesn't know where he's like,
yeah, they have
clearly
no
I
idea.
can't tell you. I mean, I don't know what apps you got, this, that, or the. Anyway, sorry. So true.
So what happens is the traditional marketing aspects, that's what they're used to doing. So as far as like actually getting out into the field experience-wise, it's a very new concept. It's only literally like you see the TV show Mad Men. It's like 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Right.
They didn't really know how to advertise and get it out to the people before that. And it hasn't really even been proven to be truly successful until the early 90s. So the concept of it is actually getting it out to the people. It's still fairly new. So I don't think a lot of companies truly focus and shift their budgeting dollars to include that. But they actually need to, and they need to do so more than any other traditional forms.
So what got you, we're going to take a quick break and I want to come back to a lot of this, but what originally got you into, starting up this business from the beginning?
Originally, I worked for the radio station at the Clear Channel. And I did exactly what I did. I got out and got the talent ready for a live broadcast or whatnot. And it was simple. You set up these same backdrops, you set up the same tents and things
That's how you
like
eyed
that.
me when I was doing it, yeah.
So that kind of got me really like, wow, this is a cool situation, because when I went to college for business and marketing, that's not what they teach you. They don't teach you that at all. That is like nothing that is on the radar. And so when we actually get out into the field and you start doing things, I started realizing, man, this is cool. This is a cool part of marketing. I like it.
Right.
And then when I went back to the office to do the reports and everything else, I'm like, this is not as cool. I'd rather be out in the field and experience with the rest of the people and get the feedback and really know how to craft that. So that's what really got me interested. And then shortly after that, it was so simple. I applied, saw a newspaper ad. That's how old this is. Newspaper ad, no internet, newspaper ad. Tiny little ad said, do you like to travel? Do you like to promote? Send us your resume. I had no idea what it was, but I sent it. Turns out it was a huge company out of New Jersey, which their major client was Daimler Chrysler. So Daimler Chrysler put us on a huge ride and drive tour throughout the country. And that is what solidified why I wanted to do this.
And so they kind of taught you the experimental marketing at a high level.
At a high level.
Because they have a lot of money to throw around, and I'm going to take a quick break real quick, but I want to come back. But you can actually kind of like look at the numbers and analytics and say this is working and this is not working, because you're in the field and you're doing it every day.
Yes.
And you're with the people and you're figuring out what they want or don't want.
Absolutely.
I love it. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get right back with Adrian Martinez. You can contact him at any time at 210-591-5310. Again, that's 591-5310. Or check out their website at stafffactorytx.com.